Dr. Michael Bennett joining us now from the TMJ Sleep Center located in Orem. Why is it a big deal if we are mouth breathers?
It's a big deal because the mouth doesn't filter our air properly and we can't be as healthy. Our nose is supposed to filter our air, and when we have filtered air, we breathe better, our bodies develop better, and it's especially bad in children.
Well, are we just talking to children right now, or our viewers out there too? If you're just sitting watching, should you notice if you're breathing through your nose or your mouth?
Yeah, you should. In fact, you ought to look at your children and just see what they do when they're watching TV. If they sit there with their mouth, lips apart, like this, then they're mouth breathers, and likely they're breathing that way while they sleep as well. That's really bad because most of your growth occurs while you're asleep. During REM sleep, you get growth hormones secreted.
See, and I thought you and I were just talking about sleeping. This is actually in the day, this is at night. We have some kids in our audience right now, and you said a big percentage of them probably breathing through their mouth.
Yeah.
A lot of kids do this?
A lot of children do that. In fact, it's interesting. You can see signs of it just by looking at your kid's mouth and see if their teeth are crowded. It's because their tongue isn't where it should be. They're mouth breathing, so their tongue isn't there to push the teeth and the jaws out to develop them properly.
Okay, so crooked teeth can happen because of this.
Yep.
Narrower jaw.
Yep.
Receding chin?
Yeah, like Pee Wee Herman, his chin's way back.
Really?
Yeah.
And of course that constricted airway. That makes sense too.
Big problem, because when you suffocate when you breathe, that's a really bad thing on your heart and your overall system.
So there are reasons we're doing this. What are some of those?
Well, the reasons we want to do this, because we want our children to be healthy. We want them to develop and be beautiful, right? And if they don't breathe well through their nose, their face won't develop right, their retruded chin occurs, their mouth is really crowded, and they end up really not looking as good as they could, or more importantly, being as healthy as they could.
So I'm thinking when I'm a mouth breather, what I'm doing, maybe have allergies? What other, a cold?
Yeah. A lot of times you're so allergic through the nose, and so a product like Xlear is something I use quite often because you can spray it in the nose, it moistens the inside of the nose, and it helps the sinuses to drain properly.
Because if you do have that infection or that swelling, that's the first thing that happens, right? Is your mouth opens.
That's right.
Okay, so you want that healthy development of the face, of that bone structure, of the teeth. What else can breathing correctly do for you? Or how can that help?
Well, really, bottom line is your personality can develop when you sleep best. A lot of kids even have attention deficit disorder because they're sleep deprived. They wake up and didn't sleep well, so they overact or underact, underperform in school, and other issues like that. Not just facial development, it's also personality development.
Okay, so parents out there, these are the things you want to look for, that your kids are breathing through their nose. At rest, their mouth should be closed. Your tongue should rest against the palate?
Yes. Yeah, because the tongue has enough force to develop the jaws. The muscle itself pushes the jaws and the teeth forward to develop it properly. Also,
only your tongue used when swallowing, and posture should be erect. Posture plays a role in that?
It's really interesting. Your posture when you sleep is affected by mouth breathing. For example, your head will be more forward, your jaw will be more open when you don't breathe well through your nose, and so all night long your head is over your body like this, and you wake up that way, in the C shape.
What compares you to help? Look at the before and after pictures you brought us to show.
Yeah, isn't that great? You see the before on the girl on the left side, her underdeveloped jaw after she's breathing through her nose and swallowing correctly. See how the jaw comes forward, the face elongates into a more proportional, beautiful face.
I can't believe the difference that made.
And see, boys as well, you see the first view, the underdeveloped chin. You can see even a little bit of a double chin underneath there. When the jaw comes forward, that double chin starts to go away more. But more importantly, the airway's improved. But here's a typical example of a person that mouth breathes or swallows incorrectly. The teeth come apart, and they have an expensive orthodontic problem on their hands.
Well, and don't forget that Xlear products are so great for clearing those airways, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know you recommend these.
That's the first step. Get them breathing through the nose so the tongue can lift to the roof of the mouth. And the tongue can be the natural orthodontist for the face.
For more information, everybody, tmjsleepcenter.com. That's where you can get your questions answered. That's their website. We will link you from ours. Dr. Bennett, thank you so much
for
that information. Emily and Glenn, back to you.